This is Joe Biden.
Good morning,
Good morning, Mr. President.
Sean, I wish I didn't have to make this call. I know, everybody, I know there's nothing anybody can say or do to ease the pain. I've been there.
Yes, sir, we understand.
I just want you to know that you're in my prayers, in my heart. I know you don't want the press at the return of the body, but with your permission, I'd like to be there with you. Is that okay?
We would love for you to be there.
Well, and by the way, we're promoting her posthumously to sergeant.
Oh, wow, that is the best news I've heard today. Thank you so much. You don't know how much that means to us.
Oh, well, I tell you what, it means a lot to me. My son spent a year in Iraq until I lost him, and I 1% of all these kids are the ones that take care of 99% of us. And look, I really do know. I got one of those phone calls out of the blue and tell me my wife and daughter were dead when a tractor trailer hit them when I was a young senator, and then my son Bo, he's living near a burn pit in Baghdad. He came down with stage 4 glioblastoma, brain tumor, and lost him too. But
Yes, sir. We know that you can definitely feel our pain.
Well, unfortunately, I do. But I can tell you one other thing. You won't believe it now. And I hope it won't be angry when I say it. The day will come when you walk by a park you used to play Kennedy played in, or you open a closet and you smell the fragrance of her clothing or something like that, and you'll smile before you cry. That's when you know you're going to make it. It takes a hell of a long time to get there. But I promise you'll get there. I know that is no consolation now. And from what I understand, you're a close family and your twin brother also. Anyway, I wish there was something really intelligent I could say to change everything.
Well, I just thank you so much for your words of comfort, especially from a parent who's experienced it. And, if you've made it through, I know that, we can make it through as well. So I just appreciate your words.
Well, thank you. Just hang on to each other. The way I made it through is I had family left, even though I lost a big chunk of it. I had family left, and we just hung on to each other. And it's really, really hard, though, I know.
Yes, sir.
The thing is, I don't know whether you ever want to or could, but where are you now? Are you in Georgia?
Yes, we're in Waycross, Georgia, Ware County.
Yeah, I know Waycross. Well, if you ever had an opportunity to be up this way, I'd love to host you in the Oval Office and get to see you. Anyway.
Thank you so much.
I can give you a White House phone number to go directly to my person outside my door in the office if you ever decide you want to try to do that.
Yes, sir. We will definitely make sure we make that happen.
Okay. Did you have a pencil there?
Yes.
Okay. It's area code 202.
Mr. President, sir, we got a room full of people, and I think it'll be in our best interest if we take you off speakerphone and get the number.
Okay, you're back on speaker now.
I'm President of the United States of America, quote, the most powerful man in the world. They keep telling me they don't allow me to have a phone. I think I'm kidding. Well, if you have friends there, hold them tight, friends. Hold them tight. What's going to happen is in about 4, 5, 6 weeks, everybody thinks everything's going to be okay. And all the crisis is over, but the pain is still going to be very deep. And so I always say to friends, stay close, stay close. It matters. It really matters. And Sergeant Sanders, God, she has the picture I'm looking at, she has such a beautiful smile. God love her.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
She did. She absolutely did light up every room she was in.
That's pretty clear from looking at her. Well, as my grandfather would say, with the grace of God and the goodwill of the neighbors, the creek not rise, and I'll see you on Friday.
Okay, so we'll look forward to it.
Looking forward to it, Mr. President.
And look, anything in the meantime, I was able to get past a very important piece of legislation for veterans this last year. Didn't get a lot of help, but we got it passed. And it has benefit. I've always said from the time I've been involved that if we have we have a lot of obligations as a country. We only have, this is God's truth, we only have one sacred obligation. To prepare those we send into harm's way and care for them and their families when they come home. And that's what we're doing. So
Mr. President, as a veteran, I would like to thank you. Sincerely thank you.
Makes up to what happens. But there's a lot.
Yes, sir. We are very thankful to you for your thoughts, prayers, and concerns and everything that you're doing to protect our veterans. We trust whatever decision you make going forward. We trust that it will be the best interest of our country. Thank you for everything that you're doing.
Well, thank you. Keep me in your prayers. I pray every single day that I make the right decisions.
Yes, sir, we definitely will.
All right, well, I will see you Friday, okay?
Okay, we look forward to it.
God love you.
All right, thank you.
Dad, keep the faith, man. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, bye-bye.